Right, let's get back to debugging. Left myself some notes. Ability picking seems to be wrong. So let's go. So it's AI pattern is what we're looking at. For each of the options in the list, we will, if there's no way of using this, continue. If it's a self-cast item, it should also be checking if the condition is met, right? See, I'm doing that in here. Is target position valid? Is that met? So if the target is on itself, if the condition is met, origin. Right, so we'll just say if the condition is met, then we'll do this. Why is this out of whack? Probably that. So, okay. Condition still needs to be met in order to use it. But then we also need to check if they can use the ability. I was meant to add that, right? Where did I add that? I did that right at the start, so that's good. The condition is met. So that checks the target type. That checks if the condition is met. Oh, is it because I didn't even write that, or it's maybe not good what I wrote. it's not that one. It's a specific one I'm looking for. Start comparison AI condition. Because I screwed around. HP greater than 75% is a percentage. Right, let's just check this to see what's going on. Checking stat comparison condition. And then we'll blast out a whole load of stuff here. Tab bar unit, unit.display name, primary stat, primary value, I think it was, although I've not got that yet. Primary value. Then we'll do secondary stat. Value to compare against. Let's put it right underneath. So we've done everything we want to do. Then we can check. And then we may as well just run this utility as well. I don't think it's very slow. So get comparison, primary value, value to compare against, comparison. Okay, that was good. Max HP 20, 75% is 15. So is 20 greater than 15? True. On effect, on effect, on effect. Okay, that can probably be removed. Let's blast some fire on him. Do the same again. Okay. Ah, I skipped. Oh. Although, I did see a false, which was good. So all these trigger effects and stuff. Gee. Ah. Okay, let's clear. Use fire on the bitch. And let's see what happens on their turn. Alright, the wolf healed, but oh yeah, that's not what we were looking for, was it? Nope. Oh yeah, that. Oh, so maybe it does work. Maybe there's no problem, and it was just that I was changing the default stat like an idiot instead of changing the actual HP. So let's test that again, and we'll reduce everyone's HP in here. Let's see. So fire will do 18 damage to everyone. And then everyone's health should be below 75% or 50%, whatever it was. I'm gonna go there. Gonna go there. Gonna go there. Gonna go there. And then we're gonna boom. Oh no. Okay. Unit. chainmail is no longer absorbing fire. And this no longer nullifies fire. So you're all fucked. So here we go. Everyone took damage. Now the wolf should want to use fire. And it used poison again. Okay, so at least there is something broken. Is it checking its own health like an idiot? Really? Alright, let's see. Why is it thinking it should be targeting itself as well? Two zero two 012 012. Yeah, I need to be working out a score for these stats, for these plans, because if he hits here and he hits one, then that should probably add one to the score. And then if he hits here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, then the score is 4. So he should always use it here instead of up here on nothing. I guess that can be on improvement rather than required, which, yeah, maybe it is required. Have an actual good game. So how? So if there's a unit and it matches the target type, right? This. Come on, what's the... It's going to be something silly, right? Target type. This is just looking for any target type. This isn't caring about... What is that doing? So if he targets here, dum 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 dum. Checking each part of the ability area. Trying to get a battle unit. Checking if the battle unit is the correct type. Condition is met. Let's see, we'll say here debug.log target type is going to be target type. So we'll see a bit more here if the target type is just not working for some reason. Mark this enemy. Okay, here we go. 2, 2. Wolf target type, false. Where is this coming from? AI option 7. It should not be reaching there. It simply should not be reaching there. So in a billion of these checks, Am I simply just passing the wrong thing through to stack comparison? Target position. I think we are. No, no, look, target position is what's coming in. That's boggling my mind. So we check if it's valid. Um, so the last thing that comes through is Lorik is a match. He is a foe. Is this the problem? We're trying to check if the condition is met at the target position, whereas what we're really doing is we should be checking if the condition is met on this unit. Maybe it just doesn't work. Maybe it just doesn't work. If I'm worried about how many things are close to proximity from here, then I can't have it within here. Doesn't make sense. But if I'm looking for um, what are someone's stats like, what's their HP like, then I can't really have it out here because then I'm missing the targets. Ugh. I think I need to do the same thing here. I need to grab all the units, check if they're the correct type. Or maybe just grab all the units and check if this works, because then the other part's already covering it. Okay, that's what we'll do. So we need to take in it's going to be a list of vector3 int. Target position list. For this, we will look through all the points and see if anything fits. For the other ones, we will simply pass in one thing, and that is, okay, this is the only one that's broken. Okay, that's a lie for sure, but so for each target position, we will try and get position to check equals this, and then we'll replace this with that. And we will have a list of valid target list. So in here, position to check, and we won't return that. We will say if this, so if the comparison's false, we will just continue. Otherwise, we will add this person to the list. And then at the end, we'll say if target, but if valid target list dot count is greater than 0, we'll just return that. Alright, so now we're looking for, we need to pass in this into isMet. Take me to this list. Target position Lyost. Now these have all broken. Cool, cool. List. So this doesn't change because we don't care about the list. We're just looking at the parent. This doesn't care because it's always returning true. Now this one does care. Assuming the list only contains the one target position we care about. Let's just go for that. Target position list, but we will assume if target position list dot count equals 0, we'll return false. Otherwise, we will just look at the first one. So we pass in the parent's position for this. If it and this one is going to be the ability area list. So does the logic work out here, or am I just screwing it further? Let's That maybe didn't fix anything, but I think it is more correct. What did that just choose to do? It used fire. So it just couldn't find anything for poison? That's the enemy behavior, that's fine. Is that what it is all along? It was just checking the enemy behavior? Let's see. True, true, true. So it's finding a lot of true. But then it chooses not to do it. AI pattern. So for this, we're going to debug.log AI picking. We'll just go AI option display name. Ability. No, we ain't got shit. Nothing. No, we got no way of accessing this. Alright, we'll just put it in here instead. So we'll rip this out. Put in get AI plan. Ability.display name. AI filtering. Okay, filtering poison. We need the long list. Here we go. So filtering. Suddenly filtering fire. So after all of this, it just decides, nah, we couldn't find anything. So why? It's failing this for some reason. If target position is valid. Chicken stack comparison. Blah blah blah. True. If comparison is false, continue. Probably for the behavior. Yep, enemy behavior. Okay. So how, what? Oh, we're returning instead of continuing. That's the problem. That's why we never hit that piece of code there. So yeah, because I changed this, the way it works, to no longer just immediately return, it wants to loop through and then fill this and then spit out the result. So having early returns just destroys all of that. Having continue allows it to skip to the next index in the for loop. Having return just returns straight out of the function. So a lot of the same problems keep cropping up now and again. Just need to keep vigilant. Okay, let's see. Using poison again because it makes sense. Let's get her to move here. We're going to blast everyone. And now, please use fire. Okay, back to using poison. Little asshole. How far back does this go? Valid target list. There must be it must be a logic problem. This I think should be returning. Oh no, that's fine for that should be returning false and 0. 1 wolf. Wolf is still being picked up here, but because Pete is also there, it counts. Right. So it's what I thought it was before. This little arsehole bit of code here. Check the whole ability area. Okay, well, stat comparison will have to check the type as well, which it doesn't have access to. What am I looking at? It's this. Maybe this needs to change actually. Ability area list. And we can maybe filter the list for the types so that they don't get factored into anything. If I do a reverse one, instead of just straight up continuing, we can maybe remove ability area list, remove at I, because we don't really care about the people that don't fit here. Now, is this hacky? Is this, am I just looking for a quick and easy fix that will actually be detrimental in the long term? It just means when this comes around, we are checking if the condition is met by anyone that isn't like a bad target. Let's see. A lot of this code just feels really hacky now. I think it needs a lot of fixing. So let's see. Blast everyone with fire. Now hopefully he wants to use fire. He did, but I hope it was for all the right reasons. And no one's a valid target anymore because they've all died. Um, let's try hitting it a bit. See if it goes into panic mode. Wonder why I couldn't teleport down there. Is that another little bug? I can fly down there. Ah, he tried to heal himself. Someone got caught in the crossfire, cross heal. Oh, this is the dig. Okay, you can't dig to that position. That's fine. This is just warp. Why can't I warp down there? I know I shouldn't, but let's just have a quick look at movement. Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's just her fault for not being able to move far. Um, Say she had 4 jump. Let's just test again. Get out of here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Boom. Right. So, yeah, this is still a problem. And AI is choosing. I believe it does do this. It's doing. Oh, at the moment it's just picking from the priority list. So if I have a random, yeah, let's build that right now. Up to enemies. Let's see, wolf. I'll just duplicate this and start making a different one. Call it alpha wolf. So just make sure I'm in the right one. So here I've got an AI option. I'll make AI option. Should probably make a common folder, but I don't know how many of these I'll end up with. So let's do a random choice AI option. And it will be a subclass of AI option. Let's see, AI option. Get the plan list. So make this virtual, I think. And that's so we can override the function. Is position valid? Is probably fine. Just going to make it protected. Okay, let's see then. If we go to random choice, so here we're going to have, we're going to make a list of AI option. AI option list. That's going to be serializable. No, serialized field is what I'm looking for. Override this one here. And now all we need to do is grab a random one out of here. So AI option list, this is random dot range 0 to the size of the list. Get AI plan, and then pass in the parent like that, and that's it. Now, if you put one of these instead of a regular option, and then set a couple of different options inside, it will just pick one of them and try and use it. If it can't, it'll move on to the next spot. So yeah, this is kind of cool. So the patterns this one's going to have is random, and we'll just say, have we got two close abilities? AI option, faux. Anytime, any foe, use the ability blind. Is blinding embers just the same? Oh no, blinding embers is a distance thing. Okay, screw it. Blinding embers. So same deal, just hit anything. Random choice AI option. You know what, we don't want this though, that kind of sucks. Huh. So the plan was to only have the option list. Because then you could just slap that in there, slap that in there, and then it will randomly pick one of these and then enact it. What's the point of private then if this still shows? Hmm. Well, I'll need to come up with a better way of doing that, but maybe it's just having another wrapper for it. Like the AI pattern. Oh, okay, yeah, I've got it. So, you just duplicate AI option, call this something like fixed AI option. These should be fixed AI options. ability blind. Also fix the AI option, any full. I should have really just renamed this one and made this the new thing. And I guess it's not too late. Yeah, screw it, I'll do that way. Wasting my time. Okay, so fixed AI option we can change to Z AI option. And we'll open up AI option and change this to fixed AI option. And we go to this one again, and then this is where we replace that AI option. So this is going to be abstract. We make this abstract and have nothing in it. We're going to keep that the way it is. Oh, I guess we can't keep that the way it is. So that all comes out. Get it out. Fuck off. So all we have in here is one thing here. We will make this of type AI option. This will be over. Yep, there we go. And then this will be of type AI option. And yeah, this will be a list of fixed AI options. So let's just see how it looks. No billions of errors, okay. Element 0, AI option list. No, it broke everything. Fixed AI. Ugh. Okay, so everything decided to break anyway. Wolf all screwed up? Yep, oh, of course it is. So these are all fixed AI options. Who cares? This is all just garbage anyway. This is whatever. What I'm trying to do here is make this a random choice and have these two as fixed. That'll be blind embers. There we go. So now this literally just pulls one of whatever is in the list and then passes that back to test. And then, yeah, this just does nothing anyway. We'll try and set this up the same way I had it before. Use, oh, use this on yourself. But the interesting thing is this one, which will be Blinding Embers on a foe, and Blind on a foe. This will be any. So let's see if it tries to use Blinding Embers or Blind randomly. Oh. Ability's not set to anything. Oh, I'm still using the regular ass wolf. Counter data. Enemy.wolf. We'll chuck in the alpha wolf. So that was because the regular wolf, all of the abilities are screwed up, so it's throwing errors. Okay, he's trying to try and move. It's finding nothing, and we've got a bug, a real bug. So is this select action? So what would this be? It's found blind, which would be melee, but there's plenty of space to move in melee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it's found blinding embers. It can't move to 0. So how did it get 0 in the first place? Where did it set that? So it's not getting here. If we've gotten to select move position, it means we've not moved. Move position doesn't equal the current position. It'll never equal null, so that's a problem. Ah, if it comes up with no plan, it will return nothing. So if we haven't moved and there is a position, so this is the first lot of movement that should happen before an action, and it should only really do it if we have selected an ability. Because at the end I was thinking of this, we've acted but we haven't moved, let's do something else. Okay, so it didn't find anything to do that time. Hmm. Why did I take out the choosing ability line? AI filtering. It's not filtering. This should always be running. Searching random choice AI option. So this should run, and then it should spit out that it's filtering. And if it doesn't, that means that we're not finding this. Okay, maybe a problem with the way I'm getting AI list and stuff. So let's see, this should not be a serialized field because that's kind of crappy. I want to do private list of AI option list get, and we are going to Okay, each child. So it's kind of the same thing we've done before. Yep. Okay, each child and we're only grabbing fixed AI options. So yeah, we're going to copy this in here. List of AI option. I don't know if I need to cache this or if that's going to be pretty quick. Alright, so let's see. See, there's a lot of this fixed AI shite when what we need is just AI. There might still be some left over. Choose to do something, Wolf. Searching random AI filtering blinding embers. Option equals this. AI plan. Do 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 do. List of AI option. So why blinding embers? I thought was a ranged attack. Is there something weird about it? Only hits allies or something? Only hits alive. Should deal damage and possibly blind. So let's go. So searching, filtering blind, but then it just decides to not do anything. Is it because of this? Did I screw something? Let's take that out. Finding nothing. What do you mean finding nothing? AI filtering blind. Is it this again? pop that in there. Just around each check, we'll just put some put some debugs. This should be doing more than nothing anyway. No console logs. Can Wolf use blind? False. Why? If he can't pay he can't pay the fee. 50 health. The cost is 5. It was 5. Can Wolf use blind? So let's go into option. No. If can't use. So we'll put. Oh, okay. There we go. Can use. So I probably got that around the wrong way. It's probably not this that's to blame. Okay, yeah, there we go. Can act, true. Can use, true. Can Wolf use it, true. So it's something else. It makes it past that. Don't need to that anymore. It says it doesn't say I found a valid option. See if that pops up. So no, this doesn't pop up, which means ability area. Is there anything in the ability area that would stop this? Set distance area 0, 0. Does that mean on the level, or does that mean... Let's see if I can use Blinding Embers, if anyone has it. 2. Okay, so that's not the problem. Is target position valid? So let's just run this as well. Let's see if anything pops up. Let's see. Billion messages. AI filtering. Is target position valid? False, 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 false. Okay. So that's something else, surely. Now this is caught in a different loop. No, maybe not actually. Maybe this is valid. So this is false, which is why I would continue and never come up with a plan. Yeah, it might be something like that. I've just got dodgy setup. Alive, I think that target should be fine. Let's go back up. Filtering blind, the ability list count. Why would it be 1? Oh yeah, it's what? So blind is only finding one area to check. So this, yeah, okay, there's no, yeah, that's right, because we're not spreading out at all. It's just the point at which we pass in is the only point in the list. That's fine. So let's check if the target type is a match. can see why this would be throwing a lot of falses, because we're saying check one point on the map. Does a grid thing exist there? And we just keep going for ages until we find something. But if he's here and he can move up to 7, it should be checking every movement position and then every place that he can hit from there on. Which is, just one out, excluding the user. So that's 7 to the power of 4 maybe. I'm not sure what the maths would be for that. So it never finds a single battle unit on any of those positions. That's just not true. There's no chance. Movement range position. We grab every move position, loop through every move position. So this is wrong. This is wrong, the 1. Get the positions in range of this. Get the positions in range in the area with this being the center point. This is where you're using it from. Is the math screwed up this whole time? Movement. Ability target. That's not ability target, that is oh yeah, origin. Keep that in my mind, origin, that's where we're standing. Ability targetable position list. This is range, really this is range. Ability range position list. So that is target position. Is the target position valid as being a target? So then it comes in here and says get all the points in the area. Yeah, so okay, I'm screwing myself up again. This is fine. We are looping through the movement, we are looping through the range, and then we're just getting the area. Position to check. If a grid object doesn't exist, then get out. If a battle unit does not exist, go on. Otherwise, does the target match? It never gets here. Is there a battle unit at position? Target battle unit. It's not equal to null. I could probably get rid of some of the other comments as well, since it seems unhelpful. Like this one, we know it's not valid, so don't need it. Or at least comment out. Ability area, that's fine. Target type found. Oh. Okay, let's just go again. Hopefully that's cut out a lot of it, but I've left in a lot of debug lines, so hopefully I can still find what I need. False, 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 false. Really? Just everyone's false? So even if it stands there and then looks at the range around it, if it stands there, then gets the range from there, it's never going to pick up this. It's just not true, so the logic's broken. Let's get the position in here as well. So we'll get this if that debug.log. See, that's not really what we want. Let's debug log movement range position list count. And then basically same thing here. Ability range position list count. So the position list count should pop, or the ability one should pop up quite a lot. Because it will go through all the movement positions and then tell us how many range it can hit from there. So you can move to 46 different tiles, which would be 7 by 7 minus, doesn't work like that. Well, it's claiming 46 and it can hit 38 different places. 46, 35, wait, hold on, what? Oh yeah, for every one, that's a bit of a bad move. That should be outside, and that should be outside. Well, that's fine. At least I know it's spin out a lot of different options. I wonder what's gone wrong. I wonder why the other ones seemed like they were fine, but this one suddenly it's got a problem. Let's check Wolf. Oh, did I forget to set up? No, it's fine. Why? Blinding Embers. I could do, if no ability was picked, then just skip the turn. But I still need to fix the problem of no, somehow never finding a real target. Um, let's just log out the position to check and see if any of them go by that we think really should have something in it. Um, um, if position to check dot x is equal to 0, no, it's y. If y is equal to 0, then we should be probably worried because there's quite a lot on y. No, it never actually gets to y, which is just garbage. It's Is the game frozen? Select action. Frozen? Doesn't doesn't look like it's frozen. They're getting some weird problems now. And then it just works fine. Okay, that's a worry. That can happen to someone in game, whatever that was. I will move right beside this thing. You don't even need to move, you can just stand there and hit me with something. No, no, it refuses to. Okay, I'm gonna head off for now. It's kind of annoying. I think I found all of the problems, and it was this here. That was just greater than, so it was never going to the lowest it could go, which in some cases would be, some cases the only index would be 0. For instance, when ability area is 1, then 0 is the only one we're looking at. So if we're only interested in the ones greater than 0, it would never return anything. Ugh. Now I think that was the problem. I gave it a little run and it did start working, but I also changed adding this inside of here, inside the check. So it's each person I'm checking if the condition is met, rather than if the target position itself is has met the condition. So this might be a problem. I may want to put that back outside and check the target position has met this condition. But yeah, I'll just leave a reminder. Outside of the for loop, and check the target position, not the position to check. Yeah. What else was I working on there? I thought of something that probably needs fixed. Oh, I was adding in this 2 or more allies within 1 range. So what I want is if the alpha wolf sees that one of the targets has 2 allies standing right next to it, it will use fire. So let's check. Enemies of a wolf. So paste this in just above the random. So if there's 2 or more allies, we will use fire on a foe. So it should try and do that first. So if it decides I can move here and cast fire on all three of them, then it will do that anytime it possibly can. And then when it can't, it will decide maybe I'll use blind or blinding embers. This might not work, I've just thrown this together. No? So that's come from proximity. So what's the null part? Does it tell me? Is it unit? Let's just debug log parent unit, target battle unit. So parent unit has come back as nothing. Get component in parent AI condition. Oh, of course, the condition can't have a parent, so I will need to pass in parent. Um, maybe battle unit, parent battle unit. Because yeah, of course, the condition isn't attached to anything, so and it's not guaranteed that something will use it. Check targets within range, so this will be parent battle unit. Just pass in the unit. Dot position v3i, I think. We don't need to translate it anymore. Let's see if I can just quickly do this. Parent battle unit. Why would we need to pass in the origin if we also need the parent? Well, because maybe that's not the same. Okay, it's fine. pass a parent battle unit and easy there. Is it? We've got the parent unit. Just go battle unit. This might be bad. With unit. Just want to see if this will get me some results or what. And then I'll need to go after this. Come on. Slow. Reach the default pattern and then breaks. Oh, what a great way. Great way to end this today. Right, I'll need to try and fix this at some point. Well, I'm not sure how many videos the AI portion is going to be split into at the moment, but I've done some refactoring, a bit off screen. The code was getting really messy, so I spent just a bit of time just taking a few things, making it their own functions so that the code was a bit more readable, so I could get my head around the logic a bit easier. Yeah, so much nicer to just see if is self-cast and valid, then create the plan, blah blah blah, rather than just a mesh of code all in a line. Some of the big changes. I changed the proximity AI condition because it started running really slow. I had this at some really high number for the height, and my thinking was, well, that way you can get all of the units next to each other, even if it's one is on tile 0 and one is on tile 99 height or something. But all that does is when you're doing where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, the way the code was before, it was using pathfinding, the pathfinding script, and it was looking through every Y tile or every Y position, every X position, and then every height position. So it would be for X, for Y, for Z, and it just created this insanely large and inefficient loop. So I decided to try and come up with a better way of doing it. And the other way I thought was we're checking targets within a range. So why not pass in um, a list of all the units, and then we just look through the units and get the path to each unit, and then decide if the path is small enough to be within range. So it's not a direct sort of, if the range is 3, then it's only going to do a sort of 3 by 3 diamond shape. Then it's not really like that because it's also going to take into account this height. So it seems to work fine for what I want it to do, but I have added some notes just in case I start seeing the AI work in a funky way that I would like to change. But yeah, this is way more efficient. The code runs a lot quicker. And what else did I change? I added a score to the AI plan, and the score could be much better, but for now, this is what I've got. Loop through each of the plans that were found, you +1 to the score for a correct type. So if you're looking for an ally, +1 for every ally that you hit, and it's -1 for any target that is not what you're looking for. So this could be, if you're looking for a foe and it's an ally, then it's -1. If it's neutral, it would be -1. Um, it does look for an actual object before plus or minus. So in this case, if you look at a blank square on the ground, it's not going to get the minus because nothing's there, so it doesn't care. It just says move on. So doing it this way, I'll run the code and you could see very quickly the wolf will try and cast fire, and every time I've tried it now, it will purposefully target and hit multiple people in one go instead of just hitting the one. So you'll see he'll run up and try and blind because the piece of code says if there are two or more standing next to the target. So if this is the target, there's only one standing next to him, and so nothing happens. If I move just up here, suddenly there are two beside this guy, and so the wolf will want to cast fire on them. Here we go. And it will choose to do it on the right spot to hit all of them. So that's just with very, very minor tweaking and adding a score. And I'm very happy with that, and I would assume it would try and do the same for healing. If he's trying to heal, there's less chance he will heal himself and an enemy now, because that will -1 to the score, and it will just try and move somewhere else that it could heal itself only. So yeah, the AI's come a long way. The more I start adding to it, it might start breaking again. I might find problems with it, but yeah, I might just try and set up a final video to show um, like maybe an actual battle. Uh, I'm actually forgetting some things that when we still need to do death, victory conditions. Yeah, I was hoping to move on from this project to do something else different for a little bit. The project's not done. I am going to add um, non-combat things as well. So the game manager, where it will have some kind of roster of characters, some way of getting new characters, leveling up, getting abilities somehow. I don't know what way I want the characters to gain abilities, but that'll be in there. And of course, some kind of map that triggers combat, or however combat is decided. Um, that's all going to come. But yeah, I would like to take a break from the project just to try and work on someone else for a little bit. Maybe something a lot shorter. I've got one project in mind that would be pretty fun. But yeah, I guess I need to work on death first, and then victory conditions, and then that would probably be enough to seal up these battle videos anyway. So I'm going to end this one here because this is probably just going to get tacked on to the end of some AI video. And the next video probably work on death. Yeah, just like I say, death and then victory conditions.